Welcome everyone to Intro Conversations, a series of online webinars organized by the internationalization team of the Department of Early Childhood Education at the Education University of Hong Kong. My name is Alfredo Bautista, and I am a professor and also associate head of Department for Internationalization. Thanks so much for your interest in this session. Let me give you a very brief and short introduction about us. Our ECE department is one of the largest departments of early childhood education in Asia and also in the world. We train the majority of kindergarten teachers here in Hong Kong, and we are very devoted to shaping the future of education for young children by offering a full spectrum of programs that cover all levels, from sub-degree to doctoral programs. And many of these programs actually welcome both local, regional, and international students. And this is why we are doing this session today. The focus of this webinar today is to introduce you to our Masters of Arts in Child and Family Education, which is a program that can be completed in 1 year full-time or in 2 years when you do it part-time. So in the next half an hour, 30 minutes or so you guys will have the opportunity to meet the program leader and 2 alumni from this program. Our aim is to provide you with the most essential information about the Masters of Arts in Child and Family Education. So at the end of the presentation, after our 3 speakers today present, so we will have some time for questions and answers. So you will be able to ask any questions you may have about the program, about the technicalities, about logistics, etc. So without any further ado, let's dive into the Masters of Arts in Child and Family Education. We have the pleasure today of inviting Dr. Tao Sisi, who is my colleague and the program leader, to give us a general overview of the program. So please join me in inviting with a warm welcome to Dr. Tao Sisi. Thank you so much. Sisi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Alfredo. Thank you, everyone, for your interest in attending this section, and thank you for your interest in applying MACFE. So in the following section, I will quickly introduce some general information about this master program and why this is the program that's worthwhile for you to attend. So in summary, as Alfredo has just mentioned, actually, our university did a very good job in education. But in education, we have a feel that there are challenges faced by teachers. For example, they do not know, even though they are expert in teacher training, they are not very sufficient in parent-teacher communication, making them feel hard to build an effective way to communicate with different families. And also for parents as well, because parents born the child but haven't had any training to be parents. So they are confused about how I can do to best raise my child and how I can do to cooperate with the school to achieve the better child outcome. So this is the purpose of building this master program. And this is one of the very first program that focuses on child and family studies. So as you can see, as the development of this program, there are mass media reports because it really addresses an important issue in the education field. I would introduce some special features of this program, which if you have any understanding of the TOUCH master program, that you will see our program is really well designed. For example, the emphasis of this program is actually family and parenting practices and how child develop. So this is kind of like a basic knowledge basis of this master program. We running this program because our department, ECE, is expert in both child development and family study, which is quite unique in Hong Kong because we do not recognize and any other university has such strong capacity. And also, I would like to highlight that we offer thesis and practice track, which is also unique in TOUCH master program. So most programs only have courses to select. They do not have the opportunity to apply the theory into reality or to choose a thesis so that you can do your own research, but we offer both. So to give you a brief overview of the program structure, in total, we have 24 credit points, including 18 for the core courses and 6 for the elective courses. So in the screen, you may see that the first 3 courses are the theory basis. They are basically understanding families, education, child development, and research method. So these are more theoretical basis. And the following 3 are more practical based. So we will tell you principles and practices and how to design evaluation education program to help with children and family. So this is a program that combines with theory with practice. Also, for the elective, you can choose either to do a thesis or to do a practice. So when you do a thesis, we will find supervisors for you from our department to help you to finish your own small study, and you will have opportunity to publish your thesis in SSCI journal. Then in the practice track, teach you the basic counseling skills, and then you will be allocated into our partner sites to have kind of internship. So this is the overview of the program structure. Very lucky today. In today's section, we have invited two very successful alumni from our previous cohorts to share with you their experiences in choosing thesis track and also the practice track. So I just give you a very quick overview here. For the thesis track, this is suitable for students who want to have a further study in PhD or EdD because you will have the opportunity to carry out an independent research project and then write a thesis paper. While for practice track, this will offer you a field attachment opportunity for those who want to find a job after graduation. You will complete a total 42 hours field attachment. You are required to deliver a plan and deliver a parent-child activity. It can be parent-child fun day, it can be sports activity, or can be STEM activity, or counseling section, or helping with special needs children, anything that you want to do. So after running this activity, you are going to write some reflection on your field attachment. So this, we believe, will help you to gather some practical experiences and develop some interpersonal skills that will help further develop your career. And in addition to the learning activity, we also organize a range of activity for students to enrich their learning. So for example, we will organize regular visits to schools and NGOs, we also offer scholarship for you to facilitate your study. So the scholarship, we're quite generous. For the entrance scholarship, there are 2 quotas for each of them will earn 30,000 Hong Kong D at the entrance of the school year. We also have academic scholarship. So the academic scholarship is majorly based on the GPA, and we will award those who work hard and have a high GPA on their assignment. And also we encourage students to exchange internationally. So we offer International Exchange Award. So for this award, our previous students have applied it in various ways. For example, some of them are visiting another university in Singapore as a part-time research assistant. Some of them are attending some training section in the US, and some of them are attending some academic conferences in Europe. So all of these international activity, if you want to be supported by the program, you can apply for this award. These are some pictures of a student received the award, participated in one seminar in South Africa. So we want to recruit students who work or aspire to work with children and family. This can include social workers, educators, teachers, or even parents. We want to have students who will provide trainings at child and family organizations and schools and want to know more about human interactions, or are keen to develop a deeper understanding of their work, are enthusiastic parents interested in personal growth, and both local and non-local students are very welcome. So after graduation, most of our students are doing program officer or development officer in government and non-government organizations. They can be, if they are working in the education setting, they can be educational officer, special education assistant, or homeschool collaboration officer. They can also, if they want to pursue further career in research, some of them are working research assistant in the university, and also pursue a PhD. Okay, so because the class time and venue will change every academic year, so this information are just for a reference. English is the medium of instruction, so whether you are local students or non-local students, there will be no language barrier if you can speak English. We will have class on weekday evenings and on Sundays, and most of studies are conducted at Typo campus. The tuition fee, again, is subject to change every year, but for this year, we charge around 159,480 for this academic year. Yeah, we offer 1 year full-time or 2 year part-time mode. All right, so there are some requirements for entrance, which is required by the university. First of all, applicants should hold a recognized bachelor's degree or postgraduate diploma. We prefer students in education, psychology, or related discipline, but if you are not coming this discipline and you want to study this area, you can write a personal statement to us on why you want to change major to study child and family studies. We will handle it case by case. If you are not graduated from an English-speaking institution, we want you to fill some basic English requirements. For example, L6, TOEFL 80, Band 6 in the China Managed College English Test, or Grade C or above in GCSE or GSE in English, or other equivalent qualifications. All right, so this is our contact information. If you have any question regarding our program, you are very welcome to call us or email us to ask us at any time. So here is my general introduction to the whole program. And in the next section, I'm very honored to invite our alumni, Miss Winnie Wu, to share her experiences of doing field attachment.
Thanks so much, Dr. Tao. So my name is Winnie Wu. I graduated from MACFE in 2022. And after my graduation, I worked as a research assistant from 2022 to 2024. And last year, I turned to be a project assistant, which means administrative staff in our department. And I work in a community and engagement team. And I really want to say the contents and knowledge I learned from CFE is very helpful and supportive for my work. Both these two words. Okay, so today I would like to focus on this 5 points to introduce the reason why I chose to study in field attachment option. So the first thing that why I choose as the student in field attachment option. So since 2015, I studied in early childhood education in mainland China. So I get much familiar with the context and the background in ECE in mainland China, but I don't know more about the Hong Kong situation. So I learned that CFE will provide the field attachment work. I think this opportunity is very treasured. So I really want to know more about the local situation. And in addition, I really want to enhance my practical skills. So this is the process of how I choose the field attachment option, and later on I will say FA instead. Okay, first thing I will indicate my personal preference of doing my FA. So then the program admin team will help us to assign to different attachment group and placement. As Dr. Tao mentioned before, we will assign to like the kindergarten, the primary school, or even the child center. But because the period I started in NA is during the lockdown period. So it's hard for us to have a face-to-face connection with our attachment place. So this is the reason why we will do the online parent workshop to my field attachment placement. So after communication with our field attachment school, it's a kindergarten, as you can see on the right side, okay? We conclude that we will do 6 parental workshop for the participant. So because the time limitation, I just want to say it's very helpful for us to structure a series of parent workshop to the parents. The most important thing is that it teach me how can stand on the other side to think of the question and delivery a very helpful and useful contents to the others. So after discussion with my group mate, here's the 6 topics we would deliver it to our parents at that moment. So after the discussion, after the preparation, and it's the time for me to do the presentation to the parents, right? So I always ask myself a question is that, am I ready to give a talk to the parents? Am I ready? And what contents or how can I be good enough to deliver your talk? So here's the tips I can share with you is that first thing is to collaborate close with your team members is very important because you guys are in the same group and the things you deliver should be consistent. Okay, so and the second thing which I mentioned before is to define what you want your participant to take away. So the third thing, which I think is very important too, is that to anticipate what will happen on the day of the talk. So last but not least is do more rehearsals. So here, as you can see at the bottom side, I share some YouTube or Bilibili videos to help us to practice our presentation skills. So as you can see on the right side, this is the screenshot of us. I mean, me, my team members to have had a talk with the parents in our field attachment work placement. So as you can see, they sent so many tags on the chat box, right? So this is the reason why I said we need to think more and think in advance what will happen on that day. So I think, let me recall that I think on that day, some parents asked me very difficult problem to say they really want to solve some problems, so they leave some difficult problems to us. So at that moment, if you don't know how to answer the questions, what will you do, right? So at that moment, me and my team members will write down, and after checking some reference, we will get it back to you. We will email you or we will deliver this message to the supervisor in our attachment group. Then we hope can give a better answer or a evidence-based answer to the parents. And we receive so many positive feedbacks from the parents. So I would say we do learn a lot from the chance of working in a local kindergarten to do the workshop. We gain more. So last part, I would say the tips I would like to show you of starting in MACFE. The most important thing is that to be proactive and enjoy your life. 1 year of starting in MACFE is very limited and treasured. So you can try your best to enjoy the fantastic life. Okay. So here is so many lovely pictures we have during my master study. As you can see on the left side, it's almost 3 a.m. at the morning. Me and my classmates, we are sharing a very close and wonderful working time. We research, we do so many research, and we read the paper together, and we want to do better of our work job. Yeah. And other than the study life, yes, we can, as you can see, this one are very lovely pictures for living in Hong Kong. I think me and my best friend, we saw countless sunrise and sunsets, and we enjoyed the life. We share the very meaningful and very pleasure and happy life together. So I think starting in MACFE this year is very treasure for me, and I can say it always changed my direction of my life, and I feel very grateful and appreciate of the professors, the classmates, and the experience I gained from MACFE. And I really want to say never give up and dream big, and the dreams will come true. So that's all for my sharing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Winnie, for your wonderful sharing on how you experience as an alumni, as a student in MACFE choosing field attachments. Okay, so then we were very honored as well. We have invited another alumni who is currently a PhD student in our department who has chosen thesis as when he is studying in MACFE. So let's welcome Ms. Fiona to share her experience with us.
Hello, everyone. It's so excited to be here to introduce my experiences in MACFE. My name is Fiona. Actually, I'm classmate with Winnie, so we are two different options, but we do gain a lot from this program. Now, so firstly, I want to introduce a bit about me. I have already worked more than 10 years as an administrator in university, and then MACFE is my second master degree. And then after graduate, I work as a research assistant at EdUHK. And now I'm an upcoming year 3 PhD student. So why I choose thesis? I asked some of my friends, they said that perhaps someone curious about conducting research or want to try some new things or not interested in internships. But for me, I'm really interested in apply for a PhD in the future. I'm a business during my undergraduate, but after it, I find I'm really interested in child development and family education. So that's why I know I want to apply for a PhD. That's why I choose thesis. If you choose thesis, what do you need to do? Actually, it's really simple, just two things. The first thing is a preliminary research proposal, and the second is find a mentoring supervisor. The first is academic publication, and the second is participation in international conference and enhancement of research ability. So firstly, you can see here is academic publication. So I highlight these 2 points. One is my master's thesis, and another is I work with my supervisor during the master's. And then second, here is a participation in international conference. One is a SRCD and another is PESERA. So, these programs give me a lot of ability to connect the world and connect to the researchers. And this here is very important tips for you is our department give us financial support to take part in the conference. And what's the important things here? When I enhance my ability, yes, find a job. It's helped me to find a research assistant here because I do remember that when I do the interview, my boss asked me to introduce the process about how to do a research because I have a whole process to know how to do a research. This helped me to find the research assistant job. And then successfully apply for a PhD. So, the MACFE thesis option is the starting point of my new path, preparing the way for me to walk into the future. So it means a lot to me. Some additional benefits I also want sharing with you. MACFE is an amazing program because it connects theory to daily life relationships. Because I haven't introduced another roles of myself. I'm a mom, so this program let me know a lot about parenting, child development, some relationships with partner or co-parenting, a lot. So I know I learned some from this program, and then I know how to conduct a research to solve the problem. So build a good connection between these two parts. And MACFE, especially this thesis option for me, opened the path to a broad opportunity. I have a lot of opportunity to go abroad to attend the international conference and build a lot of relationship. And then finally, I think it's very important is personal growth because during this time, some self-efficacy, academic ability, or the friendship, these things means a lot. Thank you for all of you, and I wish you all of you good luck.
Well, thank you very much to the three of you, Dr. Sisi, Tao, Miss Vinnie, Miss Fiona, for sharing your knowledge and your experience for the program. So we have a few questions that some of the participants have been entering in the chat. The first question that was written was actually for Dr. Sisi Tao. And it says, is the program fully conducted in English? Are there any courses in Chinese? And what about the elective courses? Sisi, would you like to answer these questions, please?
Yes, thank you very much, Alfredo, and thank you for someone who are raising this question. Yes, so all of our program is taught in English. So all of the teaching activity is theoretically be conveyed in English, but there is one minor exception. So when you're choosing field attachment, and we will allocate you into sites that in our networking. So you will need to indicate whether you prefer to speak which, for example, which languages when you are doing the field attachment. We currently have sites that can accommodate students who can speak English. Mostly they are international schools with parents who also speak English. We also can accommodate students who prefer to speak Mandarin because we have some schools and organizations that cater new immigrant families from mainland China. So there are some exceptions, and you will need to indicate your preferences before you choose field attachment.
Great. So this means English is the basic medium of instruction for the program. Everybody needs to speak English and read English well, as also mentioned by Fiona. But then in terms of the practicum, students can choose. So somebody like me, who I don't speak a word of Chinese or Mandarin or Cantonese also, so someone like me could complete the program with no problem, right?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Right. And then, and also people who candidates who may speak Putonghua or Cantonese may choose different sites to go and complete the practicum.
Yes.
Right? Great. Thank you so much. The second question is also for you, Sisi, and is the fee similar for students who complete the program part-time? During your presentation, you have mentioned the fee, but I suppose the question is the same for part-time students?
Yes, because the tuition fee is credit based on the credit. So whether you're choosing full-time program or part-time program, as long as the total credit is the same, the tuition fee is the same.
So depending, regardless of whether it's part-time or full-time, the cost of the master program is similar.
Yes,
right?
definitely. And I also want to highlight that if you are currently a registered teacher in Hong Kong, you can apply for special scholarship from the government to support you to study this program, because this program highlights parent-school communication, which is one of the priority thing supported by the government.
So the next question, I guess, can be answered by Vinny and Fiona. The question says, in your experience, what are the most typical jobs taken by graduates after they have completed this master program in the theory route and in the practical route? What do you guys think?
So I would say there are various job my classmate will do in. For example, the very common one is as a research assistant, right? And me and Fiona, after my graduation, we both work as a research assistant together. So this is the first things. And the second is that some of them will go to the school, the school and the kindergarten to do the job related to the family education. And the third one is some of them will back to mainland China or other regions as a lecturer in a university. And I know some of my classmates, they do very good job in their university in mainland China. Okay, so fourth, I think one of my classmates, she's very fantastic. She be the vlogger of sharing the professional family education knowledge in public. I think it's very amazing. So as you can see, study or say graduated from MACFE, we do have so many job opportunities or the chance to working in every side. Oh, I forgot to mention one of our classmates. Actually he's a business staff. I think it's in a NGO. I cannot remember very well, but after graduation, she do the work during or say in the business industry. Yeah, because the businessmen also have the children, right? They need they need the knowledge, they need the professional background to teach their son or daughter. So one of our classmates after graduation, he really did the knowledge translation things to the businessman. So as you can see, we do have so many chance to working in every industry related to the family education. And hope this answer is helpful.
Yeah, thanks so much. Fiona, is there anything else you would like to add in addition to what Vinny said?
Yeah, I think Winnie introduced her 4 pictures because we are classmates. She know a lot of things, but I do want to see, on the one hand, we can quickly find a job from this program. But on the other hand, we can also, just like what I'm sharing, use this program as a start point to connect to the future. Maybe we do research assistant and applied for a PhD, or when we do research assistant and change to administrator, such as a program administrator. So I think this just a really good experience for you, for me, for us to have, and then it can broaden our life. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. There's another question here also, Sisi, I think you can take. The question says, do candidates need to have educational background or related career background? Is that a must? I think this is the admission requirements. Does it need to be specifically in education?
Not necessarily. We would prefer candidates who probably may have an educational psychology background. However, this is not a must. So as I mentioned, because nowadays the parents are very competitive, and after they have the baby, some of them want to learn how to scientifically raise the child. So parents, some of the full-time working parents will be interested in our program, and those parents are usually not coming from the education background. So if you are not coming from an education background, or if you do not have some relative working experiences, my suggestion is that when you write the personal statement, clarify why you want to change the major to us, and clarify what you have prepared in applying this major. So when you having these 2 points down, we will definitely consider your application.
Excellent. Thank you so much. 2 more questions we have very quickly. I think both of them can be taken by you, Sisi. One of them relates to the elective courses. The question says, is it possible to take elective courses offered by other departments at the university? I suppose it means other departments that are not ECE, Early Childhood Education.
Yes, we are currently working on that. So we are currently negotiating with other programs to see if it is possible to have exchange classes. However, whether it is possible or not, depending on our further negotiation, you will need to finish all the credits, that is in total 24 credit points.
Thank you so much. And finally, there is another question related to scholarships. And the question says, what are the criteria that are considered to select students who receive the scholarships? Sisi, is there anything that you would like to say about that?
Yes, we actually offer different kinds of scholarship. So for example, for the entrance scholarship, we will turn to offer it to those whose application profile looks great. For example, if you have excellent GPA from your graduating university, if you are graduating from a top tier university, or if you perform very well in the interview that impressed us by your knowledge or passion. So this is for the entrance scholarship. And for the academic scholarship, we will award those who work very hard and have a high GPA, have completed their assignment in a very high grade. And also, if you have some international connection, you want to attend a conference or workshop overseas, you can apply for international scholarship. So there are various kinds of scholarship, and their criteria will be different. So think about your merit, which point is you're good at, and then you can apply for all this.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Well, I think this is the end of questions and answers. So thank you so much to the 3 of you, to Dr. Sisi Tao, Ms. Fiona Su, and Vinny Hu for your time today. Thank you for helping us in terms of promoting these Masters of Arts in Child and Family Education. It was actually very, very, very helpful to learn from you. So these are just some important links that we would like you to keep. For those of you who are viewing this video, for those of you connected to the session now, so here is the website that will give you all the information about the masters. And here's the QR code that you can scan with your phones to learn more about the program. And finally, here are some of the networks and social media platforms that we use in the Department of Early Childhood Education at EDU Hong Kong. As you can see, we have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, so all kinds of platforms that you can follow to keep updated of the information about this program, other programs that we are offering. So thank you so much for your attention, and we will stay in touch. All right. Thanks a lot. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.